Located in Cornwall in the country's southeast, the Tregothnan farm has thousands of acres of farmland and forestry, more than 100 acres of gardens, and another 100 acres of tea plantations. The Ownler family has been there for 8 centuries, and starting from 1999, they've been importing different kinds of tea trees from China and India.
It needs mild climate, which of course Cornwall supplies, needs a lot of rainfall, which you can see, and needs to be grown on a slope. So of course, if you look at the topography of Cornwall, it's all hilly.
Sometimes, local residents buy their trees to experience the fun of picking tea leaves in the neighbourhood.
Yes, I think it's a long-term project. So these are quite small at the moment, so it might take us a little while, but I think that's part of the fun, really, watching it grow into a nice bush.
And after 8 years of hardship, the farm was finally able to produce tea in 2005. The homemade tea leaves became luxury goods in supermarkets across the country immediately.
We drink so much tea. For 400 years we've been buying it from China and India, but we don't know much about it. So I went off and did travel all around the world several times and worked with tea growers and tasters and blenders and processors, and for 2 years really went into the industry. And even now I just know that much. It's such a huge industry, there's so much to learn.
Jonathan Jones is now the gardening director of the tea garden. During the course of his time travelling around the world to explore tea cultures, Jones observes similarities and differences between many countries. He hopes his tea garden can infuse something new into the tea culture in the UK.
So there are really 2 main types of tea. You've got the Indian type, which is a much bigger, more vigorous leaf. And look at the size of the bush as well, it's big. The leaf is quite large. And then you've got the China type, these little chaps here, tiny little things. You look at the leaf on this, it's like, what, 1/10 of the size? Chinese, Indian.
And now, as the UK's only tea plantation, the business produces 200,000 tonnes of tea every year. The farm has exported £1 million worth of tea to China each year since 2013. Jones recalls a trip to China in 2013 as part of British Prime Minister David Cameron's visiting group.
You know, I've been to China quite a few times, but when you go with the Prime Minister, you get to see it at a different level. And I was standing next to the chairman of top British businesses, and you think, what can I talk about? And then thankfully you can talk about this because everyone likes talking about it. So it was quite easy actually. I think I probably had the most fun of anyone on that trip.
Jones has happy memories of that trip, and now he hopes his original British tea will receive an even warmer welcome in the British market in times to come. Nathan Rogers, CCTV.